just got done watching the. We just got done watching episode 3 of Agatha All Along, and I really had a wonderful time with this episode, and I believe chat did too. All I see is ones in the chat right now. This episode of Agatha All Along gives us the first trial of what's going to be, like, the first trial that they have to partake in while going down the witch's road. And man, I think they've done a really good job with where we started off with this episode, you know. I think it was a lot of foreshadowing a lot of foreshadowing happening early on in this episode, with like the whole thing of having, you know, Mrs. Hart like kind of go into the mud quicksand of things, as if the witch's road is trying to kind of just consume her right off the back, because it knows she doesn't belong there, which she doesn't, because she's just a normie. Like, she's a muggle. I mean, muggles don't exist in the same way, I guess, right? Because in Harry Potter, I'm pretty sure you have to have like at least, no, maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. But they say anybody can be a witch with training. So that's definitely heavily implying that she ain't one. So Agatha did have to jumpstart the spell using the rest of her coven, because they didn't have the Earth Witch in the same way. And that ended up getting Sharon, aka Mrs. Hart. That got her killed. So Agatha is 100% the reason behind her death. She really doesn't even care. She didn't even know her real name. She just continued to call her Mrs. Hart, which is absolutely diabolical. We also get them finding this amazing the witch's road. We see how the witch's road happens and the way that it kind of takes them to the first trial, giving us a good look as to what's going to be happening when they go on the rest of these trials. And it definitely still did give very it gave television vibes still, which is something that I really like. So that lets us know that we will still be kind of parodying, for lack of better words, these different shows, movies, other folklore probably of all kinds in the Witch's Road, giving us a better understanding of, you know, what the hell is going on there. I'm not sure what this was in reference to. I think I saw Marisu say, I know none of y'all watched Hansel and Gretel or read Hansel and Gretel or something like that. So I'm not sure if that means that this is a Hansel and Gretel reference. But, you know, I'm pretty sure it's referencing something here. And I thought that it was a great way for us to kind of get that campfire episode a little bit that I was just kind of talking about, even though we didn't get the campfire episode completely. One thing that also was awesome is the way it was so effortless that they changed outfits and they did not even know. And homegirl right here was killing the dress, okay? Okay, I don't know, I can't remember her name, but homegirl Alice? No. Khaled? I can't think of her name, but she was killing it, yo. I was like, damn. Okay. But yeah, yo, this episode was crazy, man. I love the way this episode gave us damn near every single answer that we asked for. To be completely honest, like every answer that we had searched for, this episode right here gave it to us. It gave it to us unequivocally, right? It hinted at certain things, as like, you know, Mephisto. There wasn't even a hint. I can't say they hinted at anything, because they straight up say that, you know, others say that he might be a demon or an agent of Mephisto. Like, straight up says it. Like, flat out just lets you know, hey, man, Mephisto is here. Mephisto exists in this show. Mephisto might even be popping up, because we're flat out doing name drops, baby. So I could not believe it, man. I could not believe it, though. I could not believe it, right? So we got the answer to all of our questions. Teen's hex is on Teen. It's not just for Agatha. The hex is on Teen. None of them can hear what he says. None of them knows what's going on. They say that he is sigiled, which means he is protected from other witches, right? He is protected by a witch he is protected from witches by another witch, which kind of implies that it may be Agatha, right? Or it could be Mephisto trying to keep his double agent safe. There's a lot of implications that are happening around Teen, and they also let us know that Teen is mad powerful, right? Not only that, but Teen ends up being like the entire focal point at the end of this. It was also interesting to hear her straight up say that they are, she's like, what is it? She toasts to being harbingers of doom, right? To harbingers of doom. But doom has a little d. That's what she said. So it gives us a completely different vibe. Oh, it gives us a completely different understanding of what the hell is happening and what's going on here. Because it's like, yo, it's not doom, it's doom. But, you know, harbingers of doom is a thing. And she also calls Scarlet Witch a harbinger of chaos, which she is from being the Scarlet Witch. So I don't know if they would be harbingers of doom if they are working for Doom, you know? It's definitely something to look into and get an answer to. It was also really cool to see every single witch have their own moment of kind of figuring out what's going on, you know? I loved seeing Lillian, good God, really out here stunting for the witches and being like, hey, I hate, she's like, I hate all the stereotypes around witches. We ain't got no pointy hats or nothing like that, right? We're just normal people. So that was dope. I really like that, yo. Like, definitely hitting shit spot on with a lot of the things that we've been asking for, right? Like, because we wanted to see more of each of these characters. And of course, Agatha being Agatha, she did not even drink the wine that they were supposed to be drinking, right? Which is hilarious. It's actually hilarious. She's like, she knows what she's supposed to be doing, what they're supposed to be doing, but she doesn't do it. And then as she splashes the bottle of wine, she's like, yo, on the upholstery. I just really like that, yo. We are getting to see all of these characters be who they are unequivocally in the fullest way possible, right? Agatha is being Agatha. All of these women are being who they are. Like, that's just it. All these witches are being straight up who they are, and I love seeing them so raw and uncut. Especially because, like, when you are a powerful witch, do you really need to lie? You know? Like, do you really need to lie? When you can just, like, oh, that was sad. And then we get the last words from Mrs. Hart as Agatha drinks her wine.
Oh, it's so cheap. Please. Please. Wanda, I'm begging you. Let him breathe. Please.
And that's how she died, chat. That's how she died. Oh my god. This show is not for the faint of heart. This shit is sad. This shit is definitely gonna be sad as hell, yo. Was just not ready for it. But I did love the way all of these witches, like, basically had their flashback, had their scene of seeing the other side of things, going through it and kind of experiencing their own vision, their own nightmare, their own darkness, and being able to get that glimpse into their darkness, their nightmare. It really, really was crazy. And it was creepy, right? That's what I was also talking about at the beginning of this show, is like, I really want to see this episode get creepy. And this episode 100% got creepy. I mean, we full on had Doom. We full on had, like, death pull up on Lillian, which was insane. So I don't know what the hell is going to happen in the next episode. I don't know where the hell we are going to go from here. But damn, did I have a really good time with episode 3 of Agatha All Along. And it's actually exceeding a lot of my expectations for many reasons. Like, it's handling things in a completely different way than they did with WandaVision. And yet it still feels so similar, and it still feels very cohesive, as I think it should. And I don't know what this is even talking about. I mean, it's definitely giving us some more foreshadowing to what's going on in this series, and I'm here like, god damn. And everything that Lillian does, right? We need to save Agatha, right? Where she's dropping a whole bunch of foreshadowing things with what she's doing. So man, like episode 4 is probably going to be an insane episode, and I have no idea what is going to be happening in it. Okay? Like man, the answers that we got to see here, the implications of what we see from these visions are grand. They are just grandiose. And I really can't wait to see what happens next, man. And I think, of course, Agatha's vision and what it and the implications that come from that are really the biggest thing from this episode. The biggest reveal, the biggest surprise, I guess you could say, the biggest shock for sure. You know? And I felt like, hey, to everybody who thinks that Agatha is gonna be redeemed, I don't think it's possible, buddy. If she sold her baby for the Darkhold, ain't no redeeming that, chat. It ain't no redemption coming back from that one. Especially because it seems like she gave up her infant baby, right? It's not like she just gave up. Well, I mean, it doesn't make it any better if she gave up like an older baby, but it seems like this baby was like an alive, born, kicking, existing in this plane of existence, breathing, eating baby food, sucking on titties. Like, the baby was a baby for real. So it's just kind of absolutely terrifying to see that's what she did. Like, these visions are true visions for these witches, right? They are not lies. This is like, the visions are real. The visions are their nightmares and is haunting them with what's going on for real. Like she sold that baby. Like, she sold that baby. Crazy. Like, bruh, that was a crazy scene for them to put in here. It's her pulling back the covers, and it is the damn, like, bruh, they're like, this show is actually cooking, and no one is even ready for it, right? Like, no one is ready for how much this show is cooking right now. We did not know what we were in for, but here it is. Like, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit, my bad. Like, bruh, this is insane. Like, I really want to know. Drop a 1 in the chat if you think Agatha can be redeemed. You know? Drop a 2 in the chat if you think she can't. But, you know, I want to know how you guys feel, you know? Like, 1 in the chat if Agatha can be redeemed. 2 in the chat if she can't. I just really want to know how y'all feeling. I know. I just want to know. I want to know how far, you know, where's the moral compass at for y'all? You feel me? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if she didn't sell her baby for the Darkhold, then she can 100% be redeemed more. But if there is even an ounce of truth to this right here, son, you're out. You're out, bruh. You're out of here. I see a 1. Beezy. Yo, but I would love to know how you guys feel about this episode. This episode of Agatha All Along. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let's talk about some of those thoughts, theories, and opinions in the comment section down below. Okay?
If you guys would like to support Marv Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
And on today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture news update,